once again, wonderful people of YouTube. We have the second in the E5 series. The previous video was the subdued role of the E5, and today we're going to show you the advanced or more aggressive form of play of the E5, trying to be pushing forward and be the tank that tries to take the hit or tries to take the lead more so than anything else. If you don't find yourself being hit and you're pushing forward and you're already in their base, that's the fault of the enemy team. Got a nice little match coming up. Tier 9s and Tier 10s, we're playing on Sand River. And I'm going to be going up to the top end of the map because the speed of the tank and the armour, I expect to see that the mediums on the other team, specifically the platoons, will go up this way. One reason being is that it's a very good spot for the mediums to get into and get shots over the top. What I'm trying to do is beat them to it. This is one way in which we'll start the forceful attack going forward. I think I'm right in saying that I will get to the top of this hill before the other team are anywhere near it. This is the goal, so to speak, of this map particularly, not so much the other ones, because your other maps will obviously vary on your starting spawn and what map you're actually playing on. Fortunately, I do get some help from my own team going forward, so it looks like it's going to be a cracking game. Going up the hill, you do slightly slow down, but getting there and the starting spawn I had, everything is in the right place to be a really good starting push. So when I'm going up, I'm expecting to see people pop over the ridge, more or less directly in front of me when I actually go up, but I'm not expecting to see anyone else. If that's the case, then I can go forward and push to my point. That being that I want to push over to where they would pop up. It not only gives me cover from artillery, but it also gives me cover from people in front because there's a lot of rocks to hide behind, and also shooting opportunities for anyone caught in the middle. Whether that will happen, we'll have to wait and see and find out. The Action 10s are the first ones to appear up top. They are quite heavily armoured in its turret, and the way in which they're sort of angled when they're popping over the top makes it a bit more difficult for them to shoot. So I'm going to stop firing at them and push forward. We've got a medium already going up there with us, so I'm just there to give them support. The Death Star behind, looking at the minimap, I can see is further away from the medium, so I know that if I'm going to pop over the top, I'm not going to be shot by him. No one in the middle, so this suggests to me that there aren't many people on our side of the map. Okay, so this is an ideal situation. There aren't many people that are likely to be shooting us. There may be some further back, but we might not actually see them. So I'm still going to push forward. Even though I'm in the middle of a reload, I'm going to push him forward and push him back, because if he comes over the top, he's going to get shot by people behind me. The Death Star has just been spotted again, but he's behind a rock, and he's not able to push forward, so I see the Type 4 Heavy, the Tier 9 Japanese Heavy as well, and I take a shot at him, get some damage. In the meantime, I am looking at the map and I can see a lot more people being spotted in the lower left hand corner. Now this is kind of like, okay, if I'm seeing that many people there, I can carry on, try and take out the people on this side, and then roll forward and steamroll them and come round in either into the middle or into the other side of the map. The Death Star being the only one I really want to take out. The Type 4 Heavy, I don't think will have any chance of being able to kill me. This is what happens when you YOLO into the middle and you have no support. You get took out really easy. So I can now take shots onto the Type 4 Heavy, nice little side shots into the turret, and slowly remove whatever tanks are around this corner. We want to push and we want to push hard, but we need to make sure that we're taking these last stragglers out of the game. Now I would prefer to actually get a decent shot on him. Seems to be that my aiming does need some work, but he turns side onto me, so it makes it a little bit easier. So I'm looking to try and track him, stop him from turning. Unfortunately, he still gets the shot on that guy, but that's okay. He's tracked and he doesn't seem to have a quick repair, so I'll just shoot him in the back, set him on fire. I think this is quite a weak spot, quite a big weak spot, at least in the Type 4 Heavy, so if you do find yourself coming up against him, try and aim in it. The last one, the medium, last one on the platoon that was alive on that side, gone, done. And now we're in a really good position to start pushing forward. We're only 4-3, so it's not a massive game, but now we're starting to see people camping on their spawn. This is 3 tanks out of what we can see already on the other side, so we know roughly where they all are. And because they're tank destroyers, we can safely assume that they're all going to sit here. Because we don't need to specifically push forward and take them out, because I don't want to get myself spotted and hit by people I can't see, I'm more than happy to start shooting people from a further distance away to try and get shots and remove them from the game and support the push going around the right hand side by the quicker tanks. I do get a bit of a weird one on the SU in front of me. He is hidden behind a rock. As you can see, I just aimed down just to see where that rock was, because I wasn't quite sure. It does get taken out, so that's all good. And the Toto is just because I like that weak spot, I'll just take a pop shot at him. He does roll back, so it's a case of now moving forward. We've started to take out tanks on their base. We're supporting the aggressive push around the right hand side. I've no need to go around that side. If I go into the middle, I can shoot people that I know are in that top corner or know might be cresting the sandbank. But also, shoot people in the base if I can get shots on them. Again, we're supporting the push round into the base. If we can get the tanks removed from that, we have the option of the base cap. Not that it will probably happen in a game, but then again, people are people, and I don't know, they just assume that base capping is the best way forward. That's the second tank in the base that's been removed so far, and again, the only thing left is Tortoise, so their push into the base is very much guaranteed. We're not too fussed about what's actually happening further past that. Now this is the point where, moving into the middle, I can crest over the top of my own sandbank and see what's available to shoot in front of me. Now I can see there are people in the little ditch, in the waterway in the middle of the map, but I know that there are other people who are further back. There have to be. There's so many people left on their team that there is only one location on this map that they can be. Now whilst we've got them pretty much the base covered, and the base is gonna fall, I can now concentrate on the left hand side, and that's what I want to do. The Tortoise, if I can get shots on him, I will do, but he's that far back it would be pretty much impossible for me to get a decent hit on him without either myself being exposed as I am now, or without being actually missing and taking just too long of a time to try and shoot something that's going to eventually move when I decide to fire, because Sod's Law loves to play about. This is where we start seeing that people will come back. There seems to be some people on the other team who actually know what they're doing, so they can see what's happening with the people in their own base defending. They may have received notification that this is happening, so okay, I don't really want to get shot because I know the waffle is still alive. I can still be full health and be a pain to actually either spot people coming over the top or take pot shots. I don't need to be in a case whereby I'm going to go forward and get ram raided by an auto-loading waffle that's firing dirty red rounds at me. But now that we've taken out a couple more tanks, I can push forward knowing that he hasn't been detected, so he's either reloading or he's not in a position to be able to get a decent shot on me because he's being shot by other people. The last tank in the middle of BK Bravo, I do decide, do I go for him, do I not? I will go for him on the premise of damage, but also because it will free up two of our tanks to actually push forward and push on the other side, cause a flanking manoeuvre to go around onto the rear end of the waffle and the other heavies that are up there, and it's just a nice way of actually helping out the team. I don't really want to be too much involved in what's going on here, so I might just take the shot and then leave, or I might just sit there and see if I can kill him. Ideally what I'm wanting to do is just have him removed and free up the tanks. Having the two people taken on is good. It gets rid of him a lot quicker, and it means that he can only aim at one person, so he's sharing the damage that you're receiving between two people. He will tend to aim at the thing that's got the weakest armor or the thing that he can get damage on, maybe even try and go for the kill so you can use that to your advantage. Now we can start forming the push. 4 tanks left on their team. We know the waffle is up there and we know the heavies. We know where the heavies are, so I can switch to the high explosive round because I'm expecting to come across the waffle as being the first tank that I see. And because I can use high explosive and cause not only a lot of damage, but I can cause critical damage, and I will more than likely find that I'll hit him in his gun. The leopard on the other side is not interested in where I am or what I'm doing because of where he is. Now what I'm looking to try and do, like I say, is find the waffle, take a peek shot. He doesn't know where I'm coming from because he's too interested in what's going on in front of him. So I can take that into my advantage, take the shot at him, roll back and then roll forward and do it again. There you go, critical damage, 500 overall, and now I'm bugging him up slightly bit. And I will take another one. He is going to look at me, but unfortunately he's not able to aim in and actually get a decent shot, and is unable to do anything to me. So that was an example of going around and force pushing people into making decisions because of what they have in front of him. The last tank being the I-7 that was on that side, gone completely. The leopard, I believe it is, the medium has buggered off round to our side of the map to take on the artillery if we can find him, but this game's already over and done. So the push forward from everyone collective in the team, if you can sort of lead the charge or maybe put yourself in a position where you taking fire and causing people to bounce off you is there, do it. This tank is really, really good for that. If you find that people are not looking at you, take that as an advantage and start peppering them with shots. You reload, your actual damage rolls, your aim time, everything about this tank means that if you're being shot at, you're likely to bounce. If you're not being shot at, you're likely to pen and do a lot of damage. Overall, a very, very good game, and showing what it can do if you are aggressive and your team helps with you, if you try and push them to push your team forward. Overall, a relatively decent game, so it was tier 10, 4.5k damage, alongside the top of the leaderboard, and a very enjoyable one to say the least because of the teamwork, and again, not taking damage, but not taking any damage, but being a way in which I can still be a part of the team. Like, I'm not camping on a base like an E100. So hopefully you found this video useful, and if you did like it, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be putting other videos. The next one to pop up will be an Amex Chaffee, so I hope you look forward to that.